Hello and welcome to this week's vlog from Madison's. Well, I talked to you a lot about how the sales market has been absolutely booming. More evidence of that with mortgage transactions at a higher rate than normal and completions churning through at a higher rate than normal, with sales agreed also higher. And the figures are startlingly higher. In many places almost 100% higher than what you would normally see for this time of year. But I haven't talked much about the rental market, and that's a key part of often what drives property purchases down here in the South East. We get lots of people looking to move out of the capital, and many of them think about renting their property in London if they don't need to sell, and being able to buy chain free. And that sadly hasn't transpired quite so much. There is no doubt that rentals is a game of two halves at the moment. Anywhere outside the capital, particularly in more rural areas, rental prices are holding very, very strong, up 3.4% on average in terms of prices you can ask for a decent rental. But in that London market, they are down by a similar amount actually, showing that for many, lockdown forced their minds, and if they're not forced into living there due to maybe owning a house or tied into a long contract, many people took a decision to move out to the country and get a bit more space. The market that was most severely hit in London was the super prime flat market. So anybody with a really expensive flat, I think they took a decision where they wanted some outdoor space and simply moved to a house, because the house market, the rental house market in London, in good areas was actually quite robust. So interesting to see what happened there in the world of rentals, and we're certainly seeing that at the moment. Enormous demand for rental. Most of our rentals go before they actually come to market, and that's largely because we have a lot of sellers involved in selling their property. They're not going to tie an onward purchase, they're going to go into rental, and we look after them. We'll put a rental their way if we can. We know them from selling their house, we can vouch them for the landlord, and it works really, really well. So rental market we're experiencing very, very fast, very quick, and managing to get most of our way before we get to market. And of course it was an important day for the world of rentals and lettings last year. There was a ban on evictions because of COVID that the government implemented, and that ban expired last week. So it was the first day when landlords could get their tenants out. But unsurprisingly has been extended, so that ban on evictions continues, and you still have to serve 6 months notice on a tenant at the moment. So if you've got a property that is tenanted and you're looking to sell it, do talk to us about it. It's complicated. Will your solicitor let you exchange with the tenant in situ? What's your thoughts about waiting those 6 months? We can help and advise on all of those aspects. So yeah, really quite interesting. Well, of course, the home has become a really important place lately. Our front window says we understand the importance of home, and I was really pleased to see a great sort of a tribute to it all by House magazine. They've got a whole feature on their website about the well-being of home at the moment. It's a collaboration website, lots of interior designers and feng shui experts and all sorts of interior experts will contribute with blogs and features, and they've collected all those together this month and got a really great spread of how your home can make you as happy as possible, bring more daylight into it, find a quiet space for home working, how to improve the vibe of a room. Some really great features. I do encourage you to have a look at that. And of course, in lockdown we're experiencing more uncertainty with regards what will happen with the house moving industry. Will we be stopped from practicing entirely? We don't know. We watch each day. We've certainly spoken to all of our sellers who've got a property to sell and checked whether they are still happy to go ahead with viewings. We're working under stringent guidelines, but of course the government might decide they want to close the housing market entirely, and who knows what that will do to stamp duty. There was a petition to Parliament this week, an enormous amount of votes, I think about just under 70,000 votes, to say it should be extended for another 6 months. But Rishi is resisting that. He wants those transactions through. If we go into a full lockdown 2, I will call it lockdown 2 because this would be like lockdown 1 if we're stopped working for us. then I think he might extend it. But let's wait and see. We certainly need to be very, very careful and do whatever we can. The light is at the end of the tunnel, we've got to push through to that. And finally, if you are fancying some restaurant food, but struggling obviously with where to get it at the moment, some click and collect options. Why not look at Vittle and Swig on Camden Road, on Tunbridge Wells. They do a great selection for Sunday roasts, and one of my dear friends, potential sellers on Nextdoor, caught my eye over it, so I had a look at it, and it looks fabulous. So do support them if you think you'd like some home cooking with restaurant grade food that you just got to pop in the oven. I hope you enjoyed the vlog this week. Look forward to seeing you next week, and do take care. Bye bye.